YouTube, vinyl community, people who collect records, random people on the internet. My name is Giggens, and we're here today to talk about a recent finds video of vinyl this time. This is all records on this one. I haven't done a recent finds video in a long time, primarily because it's just kind of hard to go out and shop, you know, because a lot of things are still having either not open yet or restricted hours, and then my hours don't work with my job, so a lot of factors in the way there, but really happy to show off this stack here. This is from like the last 3 months or so of collecting, so didn't happen overnight. But some really fun stuff in here that I'm really stoked about. A few things I haven't even opened up yet because I've just been like really busy. But first off, Parliament Funkadelic. Well, Parliament on this one. Funkadelic versus the Placebo Syndrome. Placebo Syndrome. Ooh, it's a mouthful. This one's got Bop Gun and Flashlight on it. Sir Nose, Devoid of Funk. This one is just such a cool album. Absolutely love this thing. There's George transforming. Very cool. This one I got is another Parliament one, Glory Hollow Stupid. I thought this was actually an original because it's still sealed and it wasn't, there's no barcode anywhere on here, so I thought it was an older copy, but it's a reissue. I got this up at Gallery of Sound in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Pretty cool store, check them out. But yeah, the original one was apparently a gatefold. This is not a gatefold. Up next, very excited about this one. This is a still sealed copy of the Monkees Monkey Business, released on Rhino Records in 1982. It's kind of like a greatest hits, if you will, if their hits were not their hits. So it's got things like Porpoise Song, It's Nice to Be With You, B.W. Washburn, Star Collector, Love to Love, Going Down. There's some really good, like, more obscure, if you will, Monkees tracks to make up this collection. I absolutely love it. So it's kind of like, you know, like a volume 2 or something of Monkees hits. This one is just a standard 2012 reissue of Please Please Me, but what's cool about it is it's the first copy of Please Please Me that I own on vinyl. I've never had this thing on vinyl, ever. In any sort of country, any format, anything. This was the last album I've never owned on vinyl. It was one of the first tapes I ever got. I got this cassette when I was, I think, 6 or 7 for my birthday. And I played that thing to death. It still works just fine, but I played that over and over and over again. So picking this up, you know, I prefer to get the mono at some point, but mono Beatles mono reissues are crazy expensive, so stereo will do. I thought it sounded great. You know, I don't get why people are saying they sound bad. I thought it sounded awesome. So there you go. Please Please Me. Very stoked to have that in my collection now. Followed closely by Rubber Soul. I wanted to pick this up too just to see how it sounded, and I really enjoyed this one too. It felt a little muddy in parts. I thought the bass was a little bit kind of fuzzy, not in a good way. Could have been my speakers, but wasn't too keen on the sound on this one. I mean, overall it was fine. It gets the job done, but, you know, wanted to pick that one up as well. Funkadelic, Free Your Mind and Your Ass Will Follow. I've been wanting to get this one for a while now. I've been building up my Parliament Funkadelic albums over the last few months, and this one's just got some groovy jams on it, but absolutely love this one. Funkadelic Maggot Brain. This is a really heavy quality pressing by 4 men with beards. It's a really heavy, dense cardboard jacket, just like they would have come out in the original in the early 70s. But this thing's loaded with hits too. Maggot Brain, Can You Get to That, Hit It and Quit It, You and Your Folks, Me and My Folks. I mean, the whole thing is just loaded, but yeah, Maggot Brain by Funkadelic. This is another one I got in Wilkes-Barre at Gallery of Sound. It was on a major sale, but totally crushed out by That Dog. This is the Third Man Records copy, or edition rather. They came out in 2020. First time ever on vinyl. I love That Dog. They were a 90s alt-rock band. They're back now, I guess you can say. They put out their latest record a year or 2 ago. It was really good. So I was really stoked to pick this thing up, because I've loved this album for 15, 16, 17 years, something like that, for a long time. So cool to have it on vinyl for the first time. This was interesting. This is a 1995 Beatles for Sale on mono, and it's got the black and silver Parlophone label on it, even though it's got Apple on the back. So I knew that some of the Beatles albums were reissued on vinyl in the 90s. I didn't know all of them were. I still don't know if all of them were. I know I have Abbey Road from 95, but coming across this, it's just hard to find modern UK mono reissues from these guys. because the ones that came out in 2014 are crazy expensive, and this one was only like 25 bucks. It really wasn't that bad, and I realized it wasn't that bad because it skips a little bit, but I can live with that. I'm gonna try to flatten it out, but really, really cool to have that. Up next, how about some Mark Bolan? T-Rextasy. It's a greatest hits that focuses on 1970 to 1973, basically the hits era for these guys, or him, as you say. But it's got, Ride a White Swan, Hot Love, Get It On, Bang It Gone, Telegram Sam, Metal Guru, Born to Boogie. I wish Rabbit Fighter was on here. That's one of my favorite songs by them. But yeah, very cool. T-Rextasy. You don't see too many original T-Rex albums out there. When you do, they're pretty expensive. The Hollies with Evolution. Slowly building up my Hollies collection. This is an original from '67. In okay shape. Gets the job done. Good placeholder for now. Found it at an antique store. Can't go wrong with that. Hollies Pay You Back with Interest. This is a reissue of their self-titled album, I believe. Oh no, it's a reissue of Stop, 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 which came out in America. But it's only missing a couple of songs, but it's basically the exact same album with a different name and cover. But sounds really good. It's a 1984 reissue. This is a copy of Wild Honey by the Beach Boys. It has Braille on it. And I actually just posted about this on my Instagram channel, so you can go check out Giggens with an underscore after it to read this up much, see it in much better detail. It basically says B-Boys Wild Honey. But really nice mono copy. Looks excellent. Sounds great. Can't go wrong with that one. This was cool. Copy of Magic Bus by The Who with Someone's Coming on the B-side. But Magic Bus is in my top 5 favorite Who songs. I've loved that song for a million years. This was pretty cool. No jacket, but it's a copy of Abbey Road, the Mobile Fidelity copy from 1980, I believe. Yeah, 1980. Sounds really good. It's just missing the jacket. So I got it for like $8. It was really cheap. That's why I picked it up, because the original MoFi stuff is kind of hard to find. So even without the cover on it, that's fine. I'll keep it in the sleeve and it gets the job done. So no problem there. Then we got the Hollies again with Love and Flowers. This is a Canadian-only issue album, and I absolutely love this thing as well. It's basically a culmination of a couple of their albums at that time, so it's kind of like a mixture, like a yesterday and today, if you will. But really, really love this. I love the cover on it, but excellent songs on here. Cool little mix. And last up on the list is an excellent album by Booker T and the MGs, the Booker T set, which has covers of Love Child, Lady Madonna, Sing a Simple Song, Mrs. Robinson, I've Never Found a Girl, Light My Fire, It's Your Thing. I mean, this is one of the best sounding Booker T and the MGs albums I've ever heard. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, they were the Stax group, they were the backing band for everybody, for Otis Redding, on and on and on. Absolutely adore this album. So that's it. That's my most recent finds from the last couple of months. What have you guys been listening to? What have you collected lately? Tell me in the comments. But that's it. My name is Giggens. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves, drink water, and be good. Bye-bye.